Storylines occur everywhere in this world, in politics, in sports, and for us baseball fans, we had our fair share of storylines heading into the 2021 season. The Astros were going to play in front of fans for the first time since the scandal. The Dodgers, who just won the World Series, built themselves a super team and were going to win it all again, except they didn't. And then lastly, who was going to be the first team to play in front of a full capacity? Well, with storylines come storybook moments. And here we're counting down our top 10 storybook moments in 2021. Welcome to Stroh's Talk. Leading off at number 10, Rule 5, Pitch 1. In 2016, the Minnesota Twins drafted Akil Baddoo with their 4th round pick, and though Baddoo was killing it in the minor leagues, he had never played above Advanced A. So when it was time for the Minnesota Twins to decide whether to protect him from the Rule 5 draft, they decided not to, so the Detroit Tigers picked him up in the Rule 5 draft, added them to their 40-man roster, and in the first pitch that Baddoo saw in the major leagues, he did this.
Hinch tried to make him as comfortable as possible, and you couldn't do it. First pitch swinging, deep left field, way back, storybook home run!
And don't get me wrong, this was a cool moment and all, but Baddoo ended the season with a 108 rated runs created plus, and he outperformed his expected weighted on base average by a lot. So I don't think the Twins really regret this one, but it's still a great storybook moment nonetheless. Moving on. Next up at number 9, walk in, walk off. Luke Williams made his debut for the Philadelphia Phillies on June 8th, so this kind of ruins it because this moment was in June 9th. I thought it was his debut. He had a pinch hit single, I think, in the night before, so that kind of ruins it. But in his first start for the Philadelphia Phillies, Luke Williams decided to do the unthinkable. Down by 1 in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs against Will Smith, a really good closer. Luke Williams had himself his moment in front of his family.
Fly ball left field. Heredia is going back toward the wall. It did creep into everybody's mind. It's a 2-run walk-off home run.
Next up at number 8, nice swing, Correa. In 2020, Joe Kelly made headlines after striking out Carlos Correa swinging and telling him that he had a nice swing. Correa obviously didn't take kindly to this and proceeded to stare down Kelly as the benches started to clear. In their first at-bat since the incident, Joe Kelly sent a changeup to Carlos Correa that Carlos Correa decided to gift to an LA Dodgers fan.
High drive left field. Correa wins this battle with a home run to left.
I mean, now that Joe Kelly's unemployed and all, I guess he has a career as an analyst because he knew that Correa had a nice swing and Correa showed him and proved him right. At number 7, we got Cub Mania. At the 2021 trade deadline, the Chicago Cubs were sellers, and sell they did. They sent Anthony Rizzo to the New York Yankees, they sent Chris Bryant to the San Francisco Giants, and they sent Javier Baez to the New York Mets, and in each of their first games with their new team, they decided to send a souvenir ball to one of their new fans.
Ever have to buy a meal there.
So at 1st and 2 out.
And now he drills one deep to right field.
Deep left field.
And Baez gets one in the air to left field.
There it goes. See ya.
It is a home run.
Winker going back, looking up, and it's out of here.
Unfortunately, I was there for the Chris Bryant one. I didn't enjoy it. Coming in at number 6, Tyler Bauer gets owned. Tyler Bauer was never a good friend of the Houston Astros. Even before the whole cheating scandal thing, he was talking about sticky stuff and Garrett Cole in 2019. But when the Astros did get caught for 2017, he got even louder, saying he wanted to make the Astros pay. He made customized cleats that he was not allowed to wear. I think he made some t-shirts too. I'm not sure because he was on the Reds and I don't really keep up with the Reds. But he did talk his talk, but he did not walk his walk. In his first game against the Houston Astros, in his first at-bat, he gave up a leadoff home run to Jose Altuve.
In ball games, a little bit of a throwback.
Altuve drives one deep to left field. Home run, Altuve!
And the only reason he got out of that inning was because he was pitching against Taylor Jones, who usually is not a starter for the Houston Astros. So he got lucky with some lineup stuff, and he still took the loss after the Dodgers tied it up. But Carlos Correa decided, no, take this L, Tyler, take it. And take it he did.
Don't run a whole lot, but tonight, knowing that they might not have many opportunities against Bauer, as Correa hooks one to deep left. That ball's gone!
Coming in at number 5, Franky the AntiYankee. Speaking of cheating scandals, the New York Mets believe that the New York Yankees were relaying their signs via whistling and stealing signs, and Francisco Lindor did not take too kindly to this. He hit 2 home runs this game, and on his second home run trot, he decided to make it known that don't whistle, it won't matter. And Giancarlo Stanton decided to spice things up, tying the game on a home run, and they had their exchange at the shortstop position. But Francisco Lindor was like, did you really think you would get the last laugh? You're the Stankies. Nobody cares about you. Nobody likes you. You're irrelevant. And he decided to have home run number 3, and we had this precious frame of Giancarlo Stanton as well.
In that regard. Oh my gosh. Did he get another one? Oh! Gallo's on his way back. He got it! Santa Maria! Lindor again!
Coming in at number 4, Jerry DiPoto, the madman genius. I'm sorry, this is gonna hurt me a lot to make, but let's talk about it. After the Mariners came back from a 7-0 deficit, Jerry DiPoto decided to trade away the winning pitcher for the night before, Kendall Graveman, to the Houston Astros, who they just came back against, and it did not bode well. They got Abraham Toro, who was not hitting well at all, and they got Joe Smith, who was unlucky to be fair, but still not putting out great results. And DiPoto did not look good in that very moment, but a few series later and all that, because of course Kendall Graveman was facing Abraham Toro in a tie game with the bases loaded, and of course, I don't even know how this is 4, not 3, 2, or 1, but it is. We had a lot of storybook moments this season. Abraham Toro did this.
Pitch number 8 to Toro. He drills this. Drilled and crushed, and this is gone! Grand slam!
Yeah, as you can see, my comment section was not the best that day, but it's fine. The Mariners were still bummed, so it didn't really matter. Next up at number 3, Tim Anderson in Iowa. What was that? Something about the New York Yankees and winning a game, holding a lead. They don't go well together anymore. And in the Field of Dreams game, this was especially true in the most hurtful way ever. The Field of Dreams game was baseball's highlights of the regular season. All eyes were on this game. They built a field for this. They had it nationally televised. This was their chance to say, hey, we're still a fun game, but you had the White Sox, who were sub 500 against 500 plus teams, and you had the Yankees, who I don't even know if they were in a playoff spot at this time. This wasn't really looking good for MLB. It could have been a blowout. It could have been an easy win, and that would have been a really bad look for MLB. But instead, they had a storybook game, let alone storybook moment. Liam Hendricks came in the 9th inning and decided to not be Liam Hendricks, giving up 2 home runs and putting the White Sox behind by 1, heading into the bottom of the 9th inning. But TA was like, don't worry, we're all good. Sending a Zach Britton, who does not get elevated very often. A Zach Britton pitch over into the corn. I don't even know how to narrate this. Here it is.
Anderson hits it in the air to right. Back at the wall, and the White Sox win it.
At number 2, we have the Braves winning the World Series. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just say it as it is. The Braves were not supposed to win the World Series. They weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. I don't think they had a winning record until really late into the season. They somehow took advantage of a Mets collapse, got themselves a division winning spot, beat the Brewers. I did not see that coming. Beat the Dodgers. It was bound to happen, I guess. And then they played the Astros, who they really did not have any recent history against. And they were an 88-win team. They had a subpar offense that just decided to pop off. They were playing against the best offense in baseball that decided to slump. They had pretty good not defense. They had bad defense. The Astros had good defense. They had pretty good pitching, and that's what won them the series. The Braves, who weren't even supposed to make the playoffs, find themselves as your defending champs. Here's the last out.
The 0-2. Left side, Swanson to first.
At number 1, we have Jose Altuve owning the New York Yankees. Now, a lot of y'all might be like, bro, what? The Braves winning the World Series is definitely above this. Well, guess what? I don't care. It's my list. It's not your list. You make your own video. I'm not having Altuve falling behind the Braves again. I can't do that. Also, this had a lot more context than the Braves. The Braves, they just sucked and then won a World Series. Like, that's cool and all. That's a number 2 spot. But this moment, Altuve, especially with the Yankees, the walk-off home run in 2019.
Altuve has just sent the Astros to the World Series.
All the beef that came before that, and now, and Aaron Judge, home MVP, all that stuff, blah, 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 cheating scandal, fake buzzer theory that never even happened. This stage was set up. The Astros were down by 5 in the 9th inning, and decided to, put Altuve to the plate as a walk-off run with 2 on and 1 out. A double play ends the game. A pop-up does not set up well for, Chad Green just needed 2 outs, and he had a lot of runs to work with. He didn't work with those runs. Altuve scooped the ball into the Crawford boxes and walked it off, owning the Yankees again.
Altuve up. The 1-1. Hit in the air to left field and deep. That ball is gone. A walk-off 3-run homer for Jose Altuve.
And honestly, the best part about this is this would have been an out in Yankee Stadium probably. I'm not sure, but probably. If this was hit in any other direction, this is an out. This ball did not have a really high expected batting average, but it still got them 3 runs to beat the Yankees and show Aaron Judge that, you know what, it's not that cold in here. It's kind of hot actually, And that concludes today's list. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to do because this took a long time to record, but here's my list of top 10 storybook moments. What moments do you think that I missed? And for more lists maybe in the future or other videos, check out my channel. Yeah, bye.